But it's all going to start with the final of the men's pole vault. Here's the lineup in the final. It includes the likes of Pavel Wojciechowski, the Philippidis on the top there, the 2014 champion, Sean Barber, the former world champion as well. I mentioned Philippidis of Greece, there he is, emerging amid the sound and light show inside Arena Birmingham. There's Sean Barber, former world champion.
Jumping at 3, the national champion of 2018 for the USA.
Here is the United States, Scott Houston. He is a US indoor champion in 2018.
Jumping up
we go over to Europe and the Swede, 24-year-old Melker Svard Jakobsen.
Melker Svard Jakobsen. Jumping at 5,
18-year-old former world junior record holder Emmanuel Karalis.
Jumping at 6,
representing China, a former Asian Games champion, Zhu Changrui. He's had his injury problems in recent times. He's a former world under-20 champion. Won the title in 2014 in Eugene. Axel Chapelle of France. And while we're on the subject of under-20 championships, Curtis Marshall took a silver in Bydgoszcz in Poland a couple of years back.
Jumping at 9,
7 years ago, he was a world champion, the pole, Pavel Wojciechowski. Second as well in the European Championships a few years back now.
Jumping at 10 for Germany, the 2013 world champion, Raphael Holzstepper.
Here's the 2013 world champion, Raphael Holzstepper of Germany. Very impressive performer. Started the indoor campaign pretty well.
Olympic champion of 2016 for Brazil,
Here's Thiago Braz. In and out season for a proven performer on the world stage, former gold medalist.
At 18 years of age, the world junior record holder for
Armand
Sweden.
Duplantis of Sweden has shattered the world junior marks.
Jumping at 13,
here's the European indoor champion from last year, Peter Lisek. He took the gold in London in 2017 at the World Championships. Now indoors he goes for gold in Birmingham. Sam Kendricks.
And finally, a big welcome
an Olympic champion, a world record holder, world champion in this event in Portland in 2016. Renaud Lavillenie, the legend himself.
So it is an absolutely stacked field. You can see
well, that's a strong lineup, Jade, isn't it? And
all of the
tough to call
up to 3 attempts
who we may see. We've seen some of the best marks. World leader at the moment is Sam Kendricks.
Well, actually, I think he has it joint on height with Lavillenie.
He does indeed.
593, and it was done in France. Clermont-Ferrand, I think it's called. Yeah.
Indeed, and that's a competition organised by Lavillenie.
Lavillenie, yeah.
Here's the start list for the final of the men's pole vault. It includes the 2014 champion Konstantinos Philippidis and also a former world champion Sean Barber on that first page. Look out for Pavel Wojciechowski as well, former world champion 7 years ago.
And here you see Sean Barber of Canada. I think he's maybe not so much the youngest anymore, but he used to be. I think he's a world champion a few years back too.
Yes, he was indeed. He's still 23.
Yes, 2014. Sorry, 2015 world champion. So there you go. First attempt, 5:45. Pops over that quite easily. Barber had a few problems a little bit earlier on in the season, and going into Dusseldorf, you know, was doing a little bit of training before, and he was, you know, not finding his rhythm, but came out in Dusseldorf, ran and vaulted really high, and I think he's got his rhythm back now.
Scott Houston next up, just to say that Konstantinos Philippidis of Greece has passed at the mark of 5:45, so here goes Houston with his first attempt.
So here's Houston. He's unfortunately knocked that off, as you see. Sometimes takes them a little bit of time to get into the swing of things, but...
Should just confirm Philippidis actually failed at 5:45. We jumped straight to Sean Barber there to start the competition, but actually Philippidis had an earlier jump and he'd failed at 5:45.
So here we go. Zhu from China, first attempt at 5:45. He has a season's best of 5:75, so lots down on that at the moment, probably just wanting to get a feel of the competition, and I'm sure lots of these guys would have watched the women's pole vault unfold last night and got some tips. I know that I used to do that a little bit when I was competing. If the men's long jump was before my event, you just pick up lots and lots of information that can help you. So here goes. As you see there, very easy, very smooth on the runway. Not much to say wrong with that jump at all. And look at that, absolutely daylight between him and the bar.
Well cleared over the height. It is the entry height, but either way.
Oh, this is very interesting. Chapelle of France, pole vaulting with some glasses on. I haven't seen this before. Wow, interesting technique too. Looked like he let go of the pole way out before he even got over the bar. Everyone's got different techniques. Seems like wearing glasses is one of them here, 5:45. Cleared on the first attempt. And as you see here, apparently you're not supposed to bend and pull down on the bar. Had a little bit of a pole vaulting session from St. Kendrick, so apparently you're supposed to push away and keep that arm straight. Very, very difficult to do. Here we go. Australian.
Curtis Marshall.
Curtis Marshall, oh. Didn't look very comfortable with that one. Sam Hendricks, first attempt, 5:45. Oh. Very, very nice. He's such a lovely guy. Just really nice over that bar. Very, very clean. 5:45. Picks up that pole and off he goes. Look at that. Look at the height over that bar. I mean, he is in nearly 6 meter shape, so you expect that, but it's really nice just to get it out of the way, get that first jump out, the nerves settle. But you know, he's such a cool guy, I'm sure there won't be that many nerves. And here we go, Philippidis of Greece. This is his second attempt at 5:45, so you know, a little bit of pressure. He really would like to get it at this attempt. You know, we had a really good conversation on the way to Torun. We had a 3-hour bus journey, and you know, him and his coach, very, very close, like father and son. Been coaching him since he was 18 years old. Come on, Philippidis, you can get over this bar. Oh, he sneaks over that. He's actually got really good height over it. I think he's coming down on it. He definitely looks like he's got much more in him today. A little bit hesitant to me in those last few strides coming into the box. The box is actually, for those that don't know, the term for the little hole in the ground that they plant the pole into. So here you go, look, he gets the height over it, but he's just a little bit close, comes down on the bar. So I'm sure they'll make a few adjustments. He'll speak to his coach, and his coach was actually a former pole vaulter. He's been in the coaching and athletics game for 50 years, he told me. So, and there he is in the background. Straight talking guy there.
See, Lavillenie, he's not interested in the competition at this stage, is he? He's passing at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Scott Houston, the USA, also a failure at the first entry height of 4:45. Saw Sam Kendricks giving me a lot of instructions during the warm-up jumping. Hopefully they corrected whatever was wrong for the first attempt in the second.
And there you go, he pops over that. He's actually the 2018 US indoor champion, so he actually beat Sam at the US trials. So it's really nice of him to obviously give him those tips. But that's the type of guy Sam is. 5:45 on the second attempt. So here we go, here's Philippidis of Greece, currently in 8th. He's going at 5:60 first attempt. Studies economics. Oh, and there you go. Looked pretty good. I mean, better than the first attempt at 5:45, but you know, you expect that. He's warmed up into it a little bit. Still not really attacking as I've seen him. Had a bit of an up and down, and there you go. He just keeps that bar on. So that was a bit of a close call for him. He's had a bit of an up and down, like I said, season. So hopefully he will go a little bit higher. And here you go. Here's Sean Barber.
Third attempt at 5:60. He exits the competition.
Yeah, he just hasn't really, he's been such on a roller coaster this indoor season. You know, he's up, he's down. I think his best is 5:88, but I think he also did a 5:78 as well, but he's just been a bit up and down, you know. Didn't really do well in Karlsruhe, kind of came back in Dusseldorf, did pretty good. He's just all over the place this indoor season, but very, very talented, and unfortunate not to get past 5:60.
No, it's not the season you want entering a World Championship, is it?
Absolutely not. And here you see Houston on the runway, getting ready. Just waiting to see whether or not he gets the green light to go, because they've kind of been keeping the athletes waiting. And the last thing you want to do is take off all your kit, and then they have you waiting for 5 minutes on the runway. So just having a little check there. Lavillenie just having a chat and a giggle with his coach. He's passed the first two heights, 5:45 and 5:60, so he's just relaxing, having a little chill.
Also in the audience you could see Petrov, Sergei Bubka's old coach.
So this is Houston, he's in 12th place at the moment. This is his third and final attempt at 5:60, so he really needs to give this a good go. Try and get over this bar. And there you go. I actually really liked his runway. He had a lot more attack on that approach. And even when he plants that pole, he really gives it a good whack. And apparently you've got to swing. It's all about the lower body. You think pole vault would be about the upper body. Apparently you're just hanging on with the arms. It's all about the swing from the lower body. And there you see him really wait and swing that knee through. Gives him a nice trajectory up and over that bar. There's Jeff there showing him the replay. Technology. Hey, we didn't have these things in my day.
Melker Svärd Jakobsen of Sweden. Third and final attempt at 5:60. And 5:78 so far this season, so he should be able to manage this. Nice jump from Melker.
I'm glad that you got to say that one, Christian, because I would have got that name completely wrong.
He's actually my friend. We have been, you know, not really competing side by side, but I watched his career for a long time. He had some problems and now coming back again.
And how do you pronounce that name correctly?
Svärd Jakobsen.
Okay, there you go. Learned something.
Means sword.
Oh, wow. Let's hope he's sharp as a sword tonight. Wojciechowski, third and final attempt at 5:60. Come on, Pavel, you can do it. And there you go. He does it, and those fists are pumping, and I'm not gonna, and mine are doing that too. Very lovely guy.
The reigning Olympic champion, Thiago Braz. Bit of a pickle. 2 failures at his entry height of 560. Has to clear this, or no result for him in this final.
Oh, and he sneaks over that one, kind of goes off and veers off to the left and sneaks over that. He's also had a bit of an up and down season this year. And also last year, he didn't compete at the World Championships outdoors after that amazing victory, winning that gold medal in the Rio Olympics in 2016. Had some injuries, had some illness last year, and I think he's still kind of getting over it this indoor season, but he's over that 560. Hopefully he can go higher.
That's all you got to do. Clear the bar, get new attempts. Curtis Marshall now, Australia. First attempt at 570. Nice jump, he's happy with that. Not a lot of clearance, but it's enough to take him over and into the lead with only 1 failure at 5:45 so far.
So here we are, first chance to see Raphael Hodstepper of Germany. Had a pretty good start to his indoor season. Won Karlsruhe, the first meet on the World Indoor Tour. Cleared 588 and it was a world lead at the time. And actually beat Lavillenie, which gives you a big boost when you beat a competitor like that. 560 he cleared on his second attempt, came in at 545, currently lying in 6th position. So this is his first attempt at 570. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, he looks like he's getting pretty good height over the bar, but he's just really coming down on it. He's had a really up and down season also.
Armand Duplantis, Armand Mondo Duplantis, like he's want to be called, Mondo.
Like the track surface.
Exactly.
Maybe he's as fast as that surface.
He's coached by his father. Used to also be a pole vaulter. I think his PB was somewhere around 550, 560.
And isn't he the youngster that's breaking the world record, has the world junior record at the moment?
Yes, he did. He did. He jumped 588. He actually broke it twice, but was something that made it not ratified. First attempt, 570. Oh, fantastic. This guy is only 18 years old. Jumping like that. Usually pole vault takes some time to learn the technique and to really get good at, and this guy is already up at these heights at the age of 18.
Definitely got a slightly baby face, I was going to say. He looks very young, but shows not necessarily have to be mature to be the best in the world. And here we go, my friend Sam Kendricks. Clear card so far, first attempt at 570. Currently lying in 4th position.
Must say also that he's been looking really good at both 545 and 560. Huge clearances.
Yes, he serves as a US Army Reserve First Lieutenant from the 655th Transportation Company, apparently. Here we go, really nice technique. Really dynamic, very light. He said to me that actually he's not really good at running. He doesn't like to, he's not the fastest, you know, but he's just got very, very good technique, very light. So here you go with the main man, Lavillenie from France. First attempt, 570.
He's entering the competition at this height.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's exactly how you do it. Put the pressure on everybody else Everyone's waiting for him to come in. What will he do? And that's what he does. Clears it on his first attempt. He's gone into the lead. Competition has nearly been going on for 2 hours already. And here's the youngster from Greece, Karalis. Had a little chat with him in the lift yesterday. Lovely guy, got a big smile usually on his face. Really looking forward to this competition. He was actually here to go and speak to his coach and watch the women's pole vault final. I would never have done that when I was competing. Focus and rest and relax the next day, especially if I had a big final. Maybe that's what happens when you're young, you can do those things. But here he goes. 580, first attempt. And he's done it. And look at that reaction. I think his best was 578 coming into this competition, which was actually the world junior record until Dupalis took that away from him. I think it was like a few days later. Really good attempt. Coming here, really tall guy. I'm 6 foot, standing next to him. He towered over me. 580 in a personal best. Now that's what you call maturity. He handled that really well. Lovely attempt.
Definitely part of the next generation pole vaulters coming through. And this could very well feel like his breakthrough at senior level.
He said to me that he trains at the old Olympic Stadium in Athens, but the outdoor track is just completely desolate now and they haven't looked after it, so he does a lot of his training on the indoor track. Here's Curtis Marshall of Australia, currently lying in 4th place. 1 failure at 5:45 on his opening height, but clean other than that.
This would equal his personal best if he goes clear.
Was an absolute monster of a jump. Very clean, very nice. And look at that reaction.
Feels like this pole vault competition is really picking up. It's only taken 2 hours though.
It seems like that's what's been the case in all of the field events so far. It started off a little bit slow, but then as it really starts to move into the middle part of the competition, it heats up. And I've got a feeling it's going to be a very, very good men's pole vault competition. Holstepper, currently in 7th place. First attempt at 580, and there you have it. He's sighing a big relief there. Sam Kendricks, just composing himself after all of that excitement of the crowd going crazy for Andrew Pozzi's gold medal winning performance. Clear card, as you see here, currently in 4th place. If he clears this on his first attempt, I think he'll go back into first position, equal first. Well, actually, no, because Renaud Lavillenie has passed 580. So if Sam goes clear at this height, he goes into the lead. Just settling down now, composing himself. He actually is married. He wears a wedding ring. He doesn't want to take it off, and he's got a red wedding ring made out of rubber. Oh. Very rare to see him even show any anger. Throws the pole behind him. Yeah, not happy about that at all.
He felt that was an important jump to keep, competing against Renaud Lavillenie.
580 PB. Quite a nice clean card there. Stands him in good stead to go off back home to Australia for the Commonwealth Games in a few weeks' time. I think it's the beginning of April it starts.
Yeah, around the 4th of April, those games begin, Gold Coast.
Oh, how lovely. I'm sure it's a lot warmer than here. So he can jump 580 and do that in this, it's not quite cold in here, but in this environment where we've had the snow, I'm sure he'll do very well when he goes back to Australia. Let's see what he can do.
Audience trying to help him over this height.
Not bad again. The runway was nice, very clean. Just not quite there on the up this time, but
I'd like to see him change poles for the next attempt. Feels like this pole is a little bit too soft.
Well, you would know, because apparently you've dabbled with a bit of pole vault as well, haven't you, Christian?
In a younger age, I was a pole vaulter for a couple of years, had a pole vaulting coach, cleared a little bit over 4 meters.
Wow. Pole vault, 228 high jumper, 17, what, 90, 80? What was it? In the triple?
1783.
Well, there you go. Very talented young man you are.
Couldn't decide, really.
Anyway, we just saw pictures of hold stepper while the bar gets put back up to that 585.
That's about 3-story high building, isn't it?
What I do know is 6 meters is the average height of an adult male giraffe. So there you go. Let's see if they can pole vault over a giraffe's head.
That really puts it in perspective.
It does. For all those people at home that don't have an idea of how high these guys are jumping, I'm sure you've seen a giraffe there, you know, nibble at the top of those really high trees, very high. So here we go, hold stepper, attacking this runway. Oh, look, frustrated. That was a really good attempt.
Definitely the best attempt we've seen so far in this competition. Looks like he's finding his form again since Karlsruhe.
Yes, he's like I said, he was first in Karlsruhe, 10th in Dusseldorf, first in the German indoor meet, and then 10th in Clermont. So let's see what he can do.
The pole vault.
Armand Duplantis of Sweden. Second and first attempt. 585. He's cleared 588 this season, so.
Yeah, this is his second attempt. It's his first attempt at 585, but it's his second attempt overall, so he'll have one more attempt left at this height of 585. So, Lisek of Poland has just seen his teammates win that gold medal in a world indoor record. Let's see what he can do. 585. And there you have it. Clears 585, and he's still in the running. First attempt at that, got into first place. Inspired. And here's Sam Kendricks, 5th place currently, 1 failure at 580, past 580. Here's his first attempt at 585. Oh, yes. Yes, Sam, that's more like it. Points in the stand, thumbs up. First place.
Probably got some good instructions from his coach there. Show him he appreciates those instructions.
And the man, Lavillenie, what can he do to respond? Seen 2 guys go over 585 just before him. Oh, wow. That was an absolute monster of a jump.
Yeah, he's looking really convincing at the moment. And just like I was saying in the beginning, at his first jump of 570, looks like he might be having something big coming this way.
I mean, he's entered the competition, he's only done 2 jumps and he's cleared them both. He's passed the first 2 heights, cleared 570 on his first attempt, passed 580, clears 585 on his first attempt. So here we are, Karalis, the young Greek. The men's pole vault opened this last day of the World Indoor Championships, and it looks like they're going to be closing it. The only event still on the track, unfortunately, not to be for Karalis at 590.
Pole vault final continues. Curtis Marshall of Australia, second attempt, 585.
Looks like they raised the bar to 590 already, actually. Past 585. No clearance so far.
Yes, Karalis has already had an attempt at this and failed on his first attempt, but that was actually would be his second attempt. But Marshall cleared exactly the same. Second attempt, but his first attempt at 590, he's failed also. First attempt at 590, he's passed 585, he's currently lying in 5th position. This is his first attempt at 590. Not only would it be a season's best, it would be a lifetime best for Holstepper.
Holstepper, the 2013 world champion from outdoors.
Well, he saw his girlfriend win a medal in the long jump not too long ago, so I'm sure that's inspired him to want to make sure that they can bring 2 medals home. Maybe a bit uncomfortable if she's got one and he hasn't.
Actually, it would.
Yeah, no, for me, I could just tell that first stride, he just seemed to collapse on that first stride, made his hips drop, and then he's going to fight the whole way down that runway to try and get his hips up to get in the right position. And as we remember saying, it's the lower bottom of the body that needs to swing through. So if your hips are really low, it's going to be much more difficult for you to swing those hips through and get that knee through to get that height up and over the bar. He's got one more attempt. Whether he will go at 590, he'll have to wait and see what the rest of the field do.
18-year-old Swede Armand Duplantis. His only attempt, I think, left at 590. Not a bad attempt at all. He goes out of the competition in 7th position.
I mean, at 18 years old, already have jumped 588. These heights are really, really big. I mean, this is one of the most important and best years in men's pole vault, having 9 men over 588 this year. The Greek athlete, the girl who can remind me of her name.
Lavillenie?
Yes, Katerina, yes. She had said that if she sees 5 guys over 588 in this competition, she'll be absolutely shocked. So, yeah, it's a really great year for men's pole vaulting. And here you see Leszek of Poland next to jump. 590. So I love that scream he does right before he's about to vault. Very powerful and strong athlete. But I could tell from that first few strides, I'm sure you guys are kind of looking at that now. I've said it so many times, but it really does make a massive difference. You can kind of tell when you have a really consistent first few strides, it sets them up really nice.
Here he goes then. Sam Kendricks of the United States. That's a first failure at 590.
Yes, it was an okay attempt. Like we said, he recently has cleared 593. Look at those gold bottoms on his shoes.
I had the exact same shoe, but it was a sprinting shoe. Love them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wasn't fast enough to have those,
have
but
to
I
be
like them anyway.
Well, they have to be for the golden people who win the gold medals, and so...
There's the marks there that you were referring to, Jade. So
yes, and
each
you know,
one for each athlete.
Yeah, and you can see different shapes. Sometimes you put a bit of tape, lined tape, spotty tape, so then you know which one is yours. It's like the most important thing for an athlete. You just want to make sure you don't kick them over or someone else's. Sometimes it can happen when you're not paying attention.
Yeah, sometimes volunteers kick them over, and that's the worst thing.
Absolutely. They're not to know, but, you know, it's frustrating for athletes just because then your whole entire run-up is off and you can't do your jump. So here we go, Lavillenie of France. 585 clean, 590 first attempt.
Only 2 jumps so far in this competition for Renault.
Ooh, very interesting. First failure of the competition.
Only his 3rd jump of the entire competition as well. You have to learn to be extremely patient and calm when you're Lavillenie.
Well, especially when it's nearly been 3 hours. Lavillenie actually jumped 6:02 in a championship record 2 years ago in Portland. And Kendrick's actually got 580 and Lisick 575, so they're already ahead of that for the medals.
And it's just over 4 years since that incredible 6:16 world record in Donetsk from the Frenchman. So it'll be Karalis, the young Greek vaulter, who is up next.
And he's asking for silence.
He's a former world junior record holder. He's only 18 years of age. He has one failure at 590.
One failure at 585. So he has one attempt left, and he's asking for silence so that he can get the crowd to clap to the rhythm that he wants at his timing.
That's right, because he had one failure at 585. He then decided he would go up to 590, so you add the two together in field, and so this is all on this one then for Karalis of Greece. His third attempt. 590 is what he needs to clear, but his competition is over.
Well, that was going to be quite a tough ask, because he came into the competition with 578, and that was, as we've said, a world junior record up until a few weeks ago. And so he's already cleared a PB of 580 on his first attempt here tonight. And so there you go, 590, just a little bit too far, but I'm sure he's going to get that very soon. And he finishes the competition in 5th place.
Which means he is the best junior in this competition, with Armand Duplantis finishing in 7th place.
Well, there you go, they've been tussling. I'm sure they're going to have a few more tussles over the next few years.
We'll see him in Finland later this year. World Under-20 Championships from the IAAF go there in July.
You can still smile when you've got so many years ahead of you and you're that young. Anyway, here's Marshall of Australia. He's also in the same position. Missed at 585 on his first attempt, decided to pass that, move up to 590. Missed that on his first attempt. So he's got one last attempt. His third and final attempt at 5 meters 90. Currently lying in 4th place. I think this might be a personal best indoors and outdoors if he clears this height. Nowhere near, unfortunately. Little bit of a trip, fell into the box.
Well, Curtis Marshall came into this with 580 as his best mark, recorded outdoors, and he leaves with that personal best mark to remember in Birmingham indoors.
And that horrible place to finish, 4th place. I'm sure he'll want to make that up in a few weeks' time in Australia for the Commonwealth Games.
Ralf Holsteppe of Germany, also attempting his final and last attempt at 590 since he passed from 585, where he already had one failure. He's currently in 5th place, and he'll need to clear this height of 590 if he wants to move into the medals.
Yeah, he's currently equal 5th with Karalis. So let's see what he can do.
More power into the pole this time, and...
Oh, that was close. That was close.
I'd say that's the best attempt we've seen so far in this competition. Unfortunately, it means that he exits the competition in 5th spot.
Well, there we are. Holsteppe, it's all over for him. 5th position.
So we currently have no one clear at 590. Everyone's either exited the competition on this height, or the guys that have had those 3 attempts have all failed it on their first attempt.
The pole, Lisick, Kendricks and Lavillenie
So they know that they all have medals.
Yes, are all still alive in the competition, but they are the only 3. So we do know the medalists now in this pole vault final.
Just what order will the medals go to?
Will it be gold again for that man?
Now let's look out for this scream that Lisick does. Such aggression. Such a contrast to the way that Kendricks vaults. Much more smooth, elegant, flowing. This man is extremely powerful, dynamic, aggressive. Right. Big. Oh, no. Oh, it just clips in, it comes down. What a shame. He can, I
Not
think he can
the
get
same
that.
luck as Sandy Morris had yesterday.
I say he
Absolutely
needs
not.
to go and have a word with her, doesn't he? how the bar stays on in those circumstances. Look at that, up, down, and he actually thought he had it as he landed and got up, didn't
he nearly wiggled over that bar, but not quite. Let's see if he can get it on the next attempt, his 3rd and final attempt at 590. And as you see, just there, Sam Kendricks.
Yeah, this is his 2nd attempt as well at 590. One of those to clear at 585. So we will have 3 full attempts at 590. He's had 1 and failed. This will be his 2nd. He's in the silver medal position at the moment. He is, of course, the 2017 world champion outdoors.
Yeah, and that year he went unbeaten the whole entire year, so he was very dominant in the 2017 year. Not so consistent this year, but still vaulting extremely well with that 593 and equal. Look at him, yeah, he wants the crowd to get behind him.
Yeah, and they are responding, and they have stayed in this arena to cheer on these pole vaulters. Down to 3 now. We know the medalist, just not the order. The world champion 2017, Sam Kendricks, 2nd attempt at 5 meters 90. And he can't get over either.
Oh, it was a really good attempt. Really nice and smooth and fast on that runway. Hips nice and high. I think he can make a few adjustments, and just as Lisick, I think they've all got the potential to get over this height today. Let's see if Lavillenie can do it first on his next attempt.
Yeah, for every failure of Piotr Lisick and Sam Kendricks, it puts Renaud Lavillenie that much closer to the 2nd world indoor title.
I actually think he also won in 2012 in Istanbul, the world indoors. 595 and a world lead then. So he got the gold medal. So this would be his 3rd world indoor gold medal. Oh, actually, maybe 4th. He's been around a long time.
Yeah, I won 2010, 2012, 2016. So we shouldn't sell him short.
Absolutely not. Never sell this guy short. He's sometimes being inconsistent. He's even no height at some championships, but here we go. 590, 2nd attempt. And there you go. All of those world indoor gold medals he's won, that's the experience of a champion right there. He made that look easy peasy.
Look at that pole, all the energy that he puts in it. It bends almost back into a U.
So now you've got Lisick and Kendricks. There's no point in them necessarily. Wow, look at that height.
Look at how far clear he goes.
Yeah.
He's way over.
Yeah, if those guys want to go for the gold medal, there's actually no point really in them wasting their time on this, because Lavillinie's already gone clear. So now, are they going to go to 595 and nudge it up? Or will they play it safe? Looks like they might play it safe and try and get this attempt which would then give them, if they can get this attempt, that would then give them 3 more attempts at the next height. And no one is, if they go up to 595, no one in the world this year has cleared 595, as the world lead, which is Lavillenie and Kendricks, is 593 currently.
Right, so Lisek will be next up. He has failed twice at 590, so we'll wait and see just in a moment as to whether he is going to push it up to 595. The bar is being raised as we speak, and Lisek of Poland, who's in the bronze medal position as things stand, is standing by on the runway. And he's going to keep it at 590.
Yes.
So it's a third and final attempt for him.
Yeah, maybe a smart move, because it is getting so close, and I think 595 is his personal best, so you don't really want to try that if you're not 100% confident you've only got one attempt.
Well, here he goes, 2017 European indoor champion. His last attempt at 590. Oh, it's not to be. It looked promising momentarily, but the bar drops, and Lisek's competition is over.
And in the background, on the big screen, you could just see a big sigh of relief by Lavillenie, because he knows that's one less person that can challenge that gold medal. So he's only got one person now, Kendricks, with his last attempt at 590, that could potentially take that gold medal from him.
Looked like Sam Kendricks walked over to the volunteers to tell them that he's passing and raising the bar. Can't tell from here, but that's the way his body language looked like.
Well, this competition has been going for 3 hours and 5 minutes so far.
Confirmation, Kendricks passing, so he'll have one shot at 595 to keep his gold medal aspirations alive.
Well, and that's because he's already in the silver medal position, so there's no point. He's already going to stay in silver if he clears this height, so he might as well pass it and go to the next height to try and take that gold medal.
And it's all about the gold medal.
Getting the support of the crowd, he'll want them to start rhythmically getting behind him now. It's his only attempt, 5 meters 95. Here come the crowd. There's the man in first position, Lavillenie. And this is the face of Sam Kendricks. His only attempt, 595 for the United States. Pole vaulter. And it's no good. It's no good. Kendricks is silver. It's Lavillinie's gold in Birmingham.
Yes, and he's done it again. He's as consistent as the barber on the track. The amount of gold medals he's won. That was a really good attempt by Sam, and for him to keep his head when he was ready to go, the bar falls off when they were putting it back up, and then he has to wait for a whole medal ceremony when he's already got his kit off. But you know what? It's part and parcel of sometimes how athletics goes. I'm sure he'll be pretty happy with that silver medal, but here's the golden guy.
And Lavillenie wins gold, having jumped 4 times.
But let's see, because
in a 3-hour competition.
Well, we'll see, because he might go up and attempt a higher height. We will see.
Well, 595 would be a world lead, but it doesn't look like it. I think he's happy to take the accolades.
See, he's going for 6
Oh,
meters.
looks like he is going to go for it.
He's trying to jump over that giraffe's head. I told you this.
He was actually passing at 595. That was the signal when there was a suggestion that it could be all over, but no. 6 meters.
Yeah, he always usually does try to go up. And when you've won, you know, something Sandy Morris said is you've always got to go and try these heights. I mean, for her, it was a world record. It's not for him, but it's really always good to have that 6 meter mark on your record, on your personal record, and it just looks good on the record books when you see a win that was won in 6 meters. Nice round figure. Third and final attempt at 6 meters. to close the World Indoor Championships here in Birmingham 2018. Lets everyone get behind him. It'd be good if he clears this, as long as he doesn't try to go up again.
Fantastic atmosphere inside Arena Birmingham. It all comes down to this. He's already the world champion. He's got the gold medal, but can he clear 6 meters? Renaud Lavillenie for France. Here we go. Oh, so close again. Well, 3 failures in 6 meters, but the smile of a world champion, embraced by the man Kendricks, who takes silver. What a show he's put on for these fans. More than 3 hours of high jump competition, and it ends with Lavillenie, gold medalist.
And look right there, it's actually really interesting to see him against all of his competitors. Look how tall Lisek is compared to him. He's not, actually looks like one of the smaller, shorter pole vaulters out there, but that doesn't stop him from clearing the greater heights. Well done. Lavillenie, gold, 590. Well deserved.
Yes, and it's the Pole, Lisek, who gets the bronze medal. Sam Kendricks, the world champion outdoors in 2017. Has to be content with the silver this time for the United States, who have once again had a fantastic championship and will top the medal table at the end of it. French flags flying though in Birmingham tonight to herald the champion Lavillenie.
Is this the first medal for France so far this world, well, throughout this whole entire World Indoors?
Confirmation, Lavillenie is the champion. The result of the pole vault final at these IAAF World Indoor Championships, gold again for Renaud Lavillenie of France, clearing 5 meters 90 ahead of last year's world champion outdoors Sam Kendricks, the United States, and Peter Lisek of Poland, who took the bronze medal. Barber of Canada, the first to exit at 5:45.